There is no happy ending in this world. Like, I've come to the realization that in order, happiness is like, it's really found within. So if you have loved ones that you're, really close to, you have to start reassessing those bonds. Like, in my opinion, you should never love anyone so much. Like, your love for them should be more so respect and honor than like, oh, I deeply care for this person. And the reason why I'm saying this, I'm not telling you to be apathetic, but like the situation I'm going through, like one of my siblings is going through like he has some kind of syndrome where it's extremely rare, but it's possibly life threatening. And of course, me being the pessimistic asshole like I am, like I'm already like expecting the worst, okay? Like, am I prepared for the worst? Hell no. But I'm expecting like the worst to happen. And of course, like I'm telling him like all these things like uh what you could do to like possibly make it better. And of course, like he rejects it and all this other stuff. So it's like there comes like a certain point where you can't cling on to life. Like I know it hurts, like to see loved ones in pain and to have to deal with the possibility that you may not see them again. But like the only hope is that you'll eventually deal with the pain better. Like I'm learning like not to cling to life. And I think this is one of like the benefits of suffering. You become a better you become a not better, but like a more evolved person. But at the same time, like I really hate the idea of bringing more people into this world. Like I hate the thought I currently dislike the thought of like having a family and having kids the way the world is right now. And really the world has always been the same, but I believe we're in the end times as like the religions say. Like there's many signs that we are in the end times. For example, like time goes fucking fast. Like extremely fast. It's ridiculous. Like people are gonna say, "Oh, it's because you spend all your time on computers." Sure, it gives off the illusion that time is going fast, but even if you don't go on gadgets, like the days go by so quick, it makes no sense. And like that could be interfering like with people's metabolisms and health and everything. Like who knows? Another sign. There's no real men. Okay, like every man that you see outside has a female skeleton. Look at the women that you see outside. Most of them, they look exactly like or very similar. Not exactly, but they look very similar to their male counterparts. Okay, just examine their features, and you'll see a lot of similarities. Like, of course, men and women are naturally going to have similar features, but the skeleton, I believe, is what determines the gender. Like, is what determines what the person started off as. And the most masculine-looking people you will see wearing female clothing. Like, you'll see them living as women. So, in other words, like in this society, in this feminist, female-worshiping society, there is no real men. And if you disagree with me, like, okay, you disagree with me, but you're just not seeing things for the way it really is. I mean, like all these conspiracies, like I'm just starting to become less clingy to an ideal lifestyle. Like when I hear people saying, "Oh, if you don't do this, you'll die alone." Like what the? what kind of immature mind do you have? Like, everybody dies alone. Everyone. Your grandmother that died from cancer, your uncle that died from a heart attack, okay? Your your acquaintance that died in a car crash. They all died alone, okay? Your father that died in his sleep, okay? I personally believe that that's the best way to die. Like, people say there's no good death. Like, in my opinion, like, the best death is like growing old and then dying in your sleep. Like, that is the perfect death. And maybe that's how it used to be, but it's not like that anymore. Parents got to bury their kids, okay? Parents have to deal with their children dying suddenly. I can't stand the thought of like bringing more children here. Not even just so I wouldn't have to deal with with their demise. Like, I hate the fact that we hear all these stories about people just suddenly just dying in car accidents, and that dreaded phone call of oh, such and such died so suddenly. Like like call me a weak person. I don't give a fuck. Okay? I don't give a fuck if you call me a weak person. I hate hearing this. I just can't wait until the world ends. I can't wait until it ends. I don't need companionship. I could be alone for the rest of my life. All right? Like, we're more than just animals. And we really are. Because think about it. If humans died, the earth will be completely fine. So what's the purpose of animals? The purpose of animals is to keep the earth the way it is. That's why God sent Noah to gather to gather up all the animals, to gather them in two pairs, to keep the earth the way it is and kill off the rest of humans. Can you please wake up? Like, nobody could wake up. Only like a few, like probably like 1 in 1,000 people, maybe 1 in 10,000 people, like actually have a soul and actually like see life for the way it is, and are not just living like robots. Like me, I've yet to get there. Like, some part of me is still like like robotic and zombie like, and maybe just being in this fleshy vessel, that's probably just that's probably just how it's gonna be until we die and ascend. So yeah, we're more than just animals. And that's like the biggest proof that God exists. I don't see why people are still first of all, if you're an atheist, you know, I don't like calling people demons, and but okay, I get it. You just hate God, whatever. I'm not in your position, okay? But you're really ignorant if you're just a straight up atheist. Like, just think about it. What are humans' purpose? Every living thing has a purpose, no matter how big or small. Okay, whether it's to fertilize the ground, whether it's to decompose the dead bodies. Okay, whether it's to eat other animals. Like, that's still a purpose. Okay, if deers didn't eat grass, the grass would grow too tall and like suffocate everything around it. Okay, if deers weren't eaten alive by wolves, then all the plant life would be eradicated, or at least a large majority of it. If there weren't predators and prey in the food chain, okay, humans are not really a part of the food chain. Humans are not a part of the food chain. Like, I don't believe that humans are part of the food chain. That's why you have videos of like um there's like three tribesmen going after a like lion like there's like a carcass that a group of lions killed, and all the lions run away. Humans are not a part of the food chain. Humans are supposed to live that ideal life. Like, of course bad things will always happen. Like, that's just the way the world operates. But it's just that I'm really rambling, and my emotions are going haywire. It's like I just hate too much about life to really focus on anyone but myself. And is this a good thing? Probably not. You know, I know God like probably wants us to suffer, um, which is why like I question whether we should beg for mercy or not. But at the same time, it's stated that we should ask God for what we want. So I mean, we don't know everyone's situation, and I'm gonna stop off right there.